nettoyer.
No, I gave no instructions for the prison to be cleaned.
We didn't make those instructions.
Non, pas tu fais
Okay.
restriction pour
Okay.
nettoyer. Mais
So you and of course at this stage you are the deputy police commissioner and the senior police officer on site, and you have been informed that someone has been killed, and you have verified and you are sure that someone has been killed. I understand that you were requested to release the body so that it could undergo pathological tests at the hospital. But there was need to secure
yes,
the place
yes.
where this body had been
Yeah.
found to be lifeless.
Mhm.
What measures did you make any measures to ensure that that is secured?
Normalement, procédure c'est scientific support. Il peut venir pour coordonner the whole area.
Normally,
Miss-
the procedure would be for the scientific support to come and cordon the whole area.
Mais les officiers peut-être qui voient à l'école côté était comment un participant ou soit un witness, il va identifier sa position avec mon investigator.
And
Oh. So
the officer that would have saw the body or been a participant in any kind of way would be the one to indicate the position of the body to the investigator.
We are aware that those are the procedures. The question is, did you make sure that that would be followed?
oui.
Yes.
So what were the measures that you put in place to make sure that
C'est une instruction verbale qui la scène il devrait pas gagner de stress, c'est il rester pareil. Parce qu'il
Verbally.
est un bon investigateur, inclus du monde forensique. Il fait du travail.
Verbal instruction that the scene are not disturbed by anyone, that it remains the same way it was until the arrival of the investigators and the forensics.
so you gave a verbal instruction, okay? You gave this instruction to who?
To prison, to Madame George.
To Madame George.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm
Now, if you finish.
okay. No, I've got other questions, but if you want to on that, please.
When you talk about we talk about cordoning of the scene, it's not merely to identify the position of the body. That's just one thing that you can be done. Most important is to look for forensic materials at the scene and to make examinations. So you needed to cordon off not merely because to determine the position of the body. Okay, you remove the body, somebody will tell you the body was such and such, and you say like the officers who had seen the body, that would be the military or the police officers who were there, and we talked also about Mr. Booz, and you say, oh, because that will affect because he was not an independent person, but when you have the same people who participated in that operation, you're not having somebody independent.
Question, me fait remarque.
Yeah, and, you can reply to my comment.
Non, en effet, c'est tout ça premier bout. Mon totalement d'accord avec ça qu'on dit. Il pas cette question. Oui, il pas nécessairement. Il the whole scene qui the forensic people il besoin de travail là.
I agree.
Ça oui.
With you
Correct.
about the first part that it should be the whole scene that the forensics are cordoned for investigation. This is correct.
Which part you don't agree with me?
Non, on peut dire...
You said the first bit, I agree with you. Now
Après,
I want
non,
to
il y
know
a
the second.
sans doute
the other bit.
peut-être M. Bouzin, mais sûrement M. Bouzin à l'étant là aussi, ok, mon peut-être still stand avec mon opinion, c'est il a mais aussi
I mean-
au besoin aussi, l'équipement, mais sûrement
No, because, sorry.
The part of Mr. Bouzin is the part of Mr. Bouzin that maybe I would think anyway, but there's also his equipment also that he will need to have.
But the thing about Mr. Bouzin, because you're the one who suggested that Mr. Bouzin couldn't come to the scene, Mr. Bouzin would not be independent because he was part of the operation.
non mais monsieur, si
So, I'm telling you, if you're asking the people who participated in the operation, and could even be the people who killed Mr. Jerry Machot, they are not independent. You cannot rely on them, or can you rely on them to tell you, okay, this is exactly where the position in which we found the body. You agree with me on the second part as well? Okay, cool.
okay.
Now, are you aware that the instruction that you gave to former Commissioner Madam Jeanette George to ensure that the area is cordoned off was not followed?
Non. À cause après l'aspect l'enquête mon pan encore répéter venir un petit peu là pour premier bout mais je dis mon pan les interfère du tout là à cause encore une fois cause mon mochi là.
No.
So mon pan al du tout dans mon soul investigation mon pan.
With the investigation part, again, I did not interfere in that because since I was there and present when
Okay.
the incident happened,
I
did
hear
not
you.
interfere.
I
with the
hear you, but
investigation.
I just wanted to know whether
No.
you know
No.
that
No.
No.
so you don't know that the instruction was not
No.
followed.
No.
No.
So you don't know that this prison was swept clean.
Tinga nettoyé comme si propre.
Was washed actually.
It was washed
Ah.
and scrubbed. You don't know that.
So, no. Like I said, that's why mon pan interfère dans l'enquête. So, mon pas pour prendre ça détail.
No, like I said, I did not
nettoyé,
interfere in the
scrub.
investigation, so I would not know that particular detail.
Okay.
You say you would not interfere in the investigation, okay? I think that is commendable. But the next day, you gave an interview together with Mr. George, okay?
Mm-hmm.
In that interview, you were giving your opinion, or you were making statements as to what happened. You made wrong statements, like you said. Some prisoners, there were prisoners who injured other prisoners.
Prisoner who injured.
Yeah, that's it. Actually, you know, just before we started this hearing this morning, I went back to your interview. I listened to it. I watched it.
Okay, maybe let's so you said you are not aware that the prison was washed and cleaned,
No.
including
No.
the area where the dead body was found.
No.
Okay.
No.
That gives rise to a few questions that I'm now going to put to you. So the first is, you said you didn't try to find out because you didn't want to interfere with the investigation. So which means you were aware that an investigation was underway.
Oui, certainly.
Okay.
Oui.
Yes, certainly.
And were you at any point concerned that the investigations were taking too long or were delaying?
Non, pas nécessairement concerné à cause tu as beaucoup de travail pour faire et aussi à cause ça qui me comprend tu as aussi besoin comment ça, un ballistic expert qui sorti dehors, qui a besoin de venir pour faire ce travail. So,
No, not necessarily concerned, but because there was a lot of work to do, and from what I understand, there was ballistics experts coming from abroad to help with the job.
So you are saying you were not concerned that the investigations were delaying?
non, aussi à cause mon il dans le travail qu'il peut gagner faire, il peut bouger, peut-être il peut bouger un peu doucement, mais seulement il peut gagner faire.
And also, work was being done. Maybe it was being done a bit slower, but it was being done.
Okay, let me ask you a direct question. Do you think the pace at which the investigations on this issue have been moving, do you think it's fast enough? There's no problem. Are you satisfied? And I'm just talking about time.
Time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oui, and des choses mettent beaucoup de ressources, pas tout ressources mettre là, mais seulement ou capable faire aller vite ou manque certaines choses, mais ou capable faire aller bien, il peut prendre un peu plus le temps. Seulement as long qu'il travaille, pégan il fait là, oui, ça.
Unless we were to allocate a lot or all of our resources towards it, then it might go fast, but we might miss certain things, and then we can do it well.
It is not. That's not answering my question, because some of these questions they just require a yes or a no, right? But what you are doing is you are moving to giving reasons, and I'm not saying you have to defend. Or
No, sir, I'm not defending. No.
I just want your opinion, and your opinion matters because you are a senior police officer, right? You are a human being. You are a leader as well. So, 2 people are killed in an operation which you were overseeing, and I get your point that you didn't want to interfere, right? Because you are probably one of the people that are also being asked questions, right? But you are also equally concerned that you would want justice to be achieved, right? Or even your name to be cleared also. So I am asking you, and it's a yes or no, are you satisfied with the time that has been taken so far in conducting this investigation?
No.
Okay. When did you leave the police service?
February.
February this year,
2026. So that would almost be 2 years after the disturbances at the prison.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 years would not be a normal, well, not normal. It would not be something that you would be. Yeah. So if you were not happy with the delay, you would have spoken to your police commissioner to not spoken to the investigation officer, but to the police commissioner, and find out why this investigation was taking long. Did you do that?
No.
You didn't do
No.
that. Okay, I will rest it there. But now go to the questions that I wanted to ask you. Let's go back to the operation itself. So 3 a.m. you discovered that the body, there's a dead body. Is it at that time that you discovered that the military has been involved inside the prison?
Inside.
Okay. And did I hear you correctly saying you were not informed when a decision was taken to move the soldiers from the perimeter to go inside the prison?
Oui, à cause nous nous partis dans une restriction.
Yes, because us on the inside we had not given instructions.
Okay. No, the earlier one I understand. You are not the one who invited them. right? But then they have now moved from the perimeter into the inside the prison, and you were not, you didn't request them to move in. Is that what you are saying?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So we had, and you had Keno Olada with you in the group that was sort of directing the operations. Okay. And where was, is this, is he a lieutenant? Oh, Lieutenant Keno.
Major.
Major.
Who?
Macho.
Macho.
Captain. Major or captain?
No, Major.
Major,
Okay.
Major.
So that we don't,
Major Macho.
we don't, he's a major.
Yes.
Okay, Major Macho. You know the person we're talking about, right?
Macho
Yeah, Macho.
Yes,
Where-
I know him.
Where was he? Was he with you in the command, or was he somewhere else?
Il y en a un moment ici là, il y en a un moment ici dehors.
There was moment that he was there and moments he was outside.
Okay, so he was moving in between being with you in that group and being outside somewhere else. Right. So I want to put to you.
Something from that, from what you just asked?
Uh,
Major Machu. You say he went outside sometime. Do you know whether he ever went into, did he ever go into the prison?
No.
No.
Okay.
okay. So now, Colonel Olada appeared before us and said initially the soldiers were called to guard the perimeter. Right. I will excuse you from explaining further how they came in the first place, right? But he then says, then we were requested to move the soldiers into the prison at around 11 p.m.
Non, pas ça qui m'ont aware.
So hold on.
No, it's not that.
Yeah,
I'm
hold
not
on.
aware.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
I'm-
still.
I will give you an opportunity to respond. I want you to get the full story.
Yeah.
So this is Colonel Olada's testimony. And when I look at your testimony here, it is around 10 p.m., 11 p.m. when you are making a decision that the police officers should make another push into the prison. Now, then, Major Macho says the request to move the soldiers from the perimeter, well, he says the request to bring the soldiers to guard the perimeter of the prison, he received it from CDF was made to CDF via Commissioner of Prisons. But that's not for you to comment because we've already had the Commissioner of Prisons here. But then he goes on to say, then around 11 p.m., a meeting was convened involving the Commissioner of Prisons and the Deputy Commissioner of Police, yourself. And they requested that the soldiers be moved from the perimeter to come inside the prison and help. And this decision was made around 11 p.m. So what both Colonel Olada and Major Macho are saying, according to their testimony, is you and CP Janet George are the ones who decided that the soldiers must move from the perimeter and now join the operation inside the prison around 11 p.m., which is coincidentally the time that you are also saying we instructed our forces, the police, to make another push. What is your response?
Non, on pas rappel nous fait ça call pour militaire entrer.
No, I don't recall making that call for the military to enter.
Okay. So you don't when you say you don't recall, it means you don't
Mon
remember.
pas d'accord, non, mon pas faire, mon pas faire ça call pour militaire.
I don't agree.
entrer.
I did not make the call to the military.
You did not make that call. And do you still confirm that in your group there was no discussion about the proposal to have the soldiers join?
Oui, on
Okay.
maintain ça.
Yes,
And-
I maintain that.
And that group, do you confirm that consistently Colonel Olada was sitting together with you?
Oui.
Yes,
Depuis le temps, il entre, oui.
ever since he entered, yes.
He was sitting there. It is only Macho who was moving in and out.
Yes.
But Colonel Olada
Yeah.
was consistently with you in the command element.
Oui.
And he says, this is where the request was made to move the soldiers.
No,
So he's not telling the truth.
no.
Okay. Then again, the other aspect that I want to understand is it whether I'm correct or not? So, first, you and other senior officers from the military, the police, and the Commissioner of Prisons, you are in the administration block. You are overseeing, but you have people that you consistently refer to as commanders inside, or commander inside. So, Assistant Inspector Mari
Yes.
was the leader inside.
Bonnet, à cause Bonnet. Le temps, once que da Cambrai vini, da Cambrai plus senior qu'il est, so il s'en anticipé.
Earlier, because once Dakambra arrived, Dakambra is more senior than him, so that changes a bit. But
Okay. Let's go through stages like the way we did last time, so that we understand. So this is why I was asking you to tell us the key stages. So there is the stage where you are negotiating, right, or you are instructing your team to go and negotiate, which I understood to be an instruction. And you said that was led by Assistant Superintendent
Marie,
Right, so that's the leader at that time.
at that time.
Then there is after the negotiations failed, you made a decision that they should get in, but they failed, and Mari was still the leader. Then the third stage is where now you say, let's allow the travelers to pass. Okay. The third stage is now where you authorize your police officers to get into the prison, but you say you can use tear gas and other non-lethal weapons, but no lethal weapons, right? And this is from 10 p.m. And we have established that this is from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Who is leading that phase?
Saban le temps, da Cambrai plus senior lo fil.
that time, Dakambra was the most senior on the field.
So Dakambra was the most senior.
Being the most senior, he would be leading the team, you mean?
Oh, yes, oui, de certain sens, oui.
Yes,
Dans
in a
termes
sense, yes.
Militaire soit la police, oui.
Military or the police, yes.
Yeah, but I want a bit more from you, because you are sitting in there, you're overseeing an operation. Did you appoint Mr. Dakambra to be now the leader of the operation?
No, I did not tell
Did
him.
not
No,
appoint him.
No, I did not. Appoint
Because
him.
I understood you earlier on to say, for the negotiations, you instructed Mr. Mari to go and do that. The second stage where they are trying to get in but they fail, you mandated Mr. Mari to do that. So there are specific instructions there. Then we get to a stage now where you say, okay, you can now use non-lethal weapons. And this is the 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. operation. Had your instructions changed in terms of who the leader of the operation inside?
À cause que da Cambrai is senior, so he obviously he sign palau qui be command. En principe, c'est comme ça.
Because Dacambra is senior, so obviously I would think that he is the one that is in command. In principle, it should be like that.
Okay. And was Mr. Mari still involved?
Oui, il continue à travailler là.
Yes, kept on working, he was there.
So your evidence now is Mari is working under Dacambra.
Oui, on est capable de mettre comme ça, oui.
Yes, you can put it that way, yes.
Mr. Sangwa, do you have or did you have a record somewhere of the names of the police officers who went inside the prison?
Non, on n'a pas ça la liste. La liste, probablement, il faut avec Banjimoun CID. On n'a pas la liste.
No, I do not have the list. It would be probably with the CID people.
You should have it though, because you were overseeing an operation. So you should have it, right? Maybe you might be saying, now that you are out of the police service, yeah, that chair is again making sounds. Okay. Let's go back to the question. You were overseeing the operation. So when you were overseeing this operation, and either during or after, you had a list, isn't it?
Oh, oui, en principe, oui.
Sorry? Can you interpret?
Sorry, can you just take that
Oui.
again?
Oui, en principe, oui.
Yes, in principle.
That one is not a principle or practice question. It's either you had a list or not.
No, sorry. Can you come back with
The question is, when you deployed these police officers inside, right? Or you were overseeing them. So did you have a list of their names?
No.
After the operation, did you compile a list of their names?
No.
So how do you know that you had police officers inside the prison?
Moi, j'ai un commandeur avec son Banjimoun.
I had a commander with his people.
So, oui, moi, n'a pas la liste.
I did not have a list.
No.
That sounds a bit strange for me, because I'm thinking, if you are dealing with a national security threat which you are trying to neutralize, you want to be sure of who you have sent in there, right? So are you saying Mr. Mari and later on Mr. Dacambra, according to your evidence, are the ones that have this list?
Oui, c'est tout M. Marie à cause il est venu avec son Banjimoun bonnet. So, il y en a on l'a laissé Banjimoun depuis bonnet qui est entré avec.
Yes,
so, pas sans Banjimoun.
Especially Mr. Maui, who had the list of his people that he came with, and that did not change.
So the list of people that Mr. Mari came with,
Yeah.
it didn't change, they remained
no,
there.
Yes, maintain
Did
that,
he
that
at
group.
some point show you this list?
No.
No.
Did you ask for it?
No.
Yeah. Don't you think there's a danger there that you could have other unauthorized individuals? Yes, I get your point that you are trusting that the leader of the operation inside should know, but your role as an oversight, as the command element, is to know the people you have deployed. Did you also at some point, did you never anticipate at some point that first something could happen to your own police officers that you are sending in there? Like something dangerous could happen to them. They could get killed or injured. Is this something that crossed your mind?
Oui.
Yes.
And if it's arrivé.
In fact, it happened.
Right. No, we're going to get there. It's fine. We're going to get there. So now, if it happened, if it occurred to you, you would want to have names of the men and women that you are sending down there, so that at any point that you are asked to account, you know who was in there.
Oui.
So when you look back now, do you think it was prudent for you to not have a record of people you have deployed in there?
Oui, bien sûr.
Yes, of course.
Did it also cross your mind at that time that there is a possibility that the people you are deploying down there could overstep their authority, could abuse their authority, and cause other problems down there?
Oui.
Yes,
So it would have been important to have
Oui.
a record then
yes,
of who you are sending there so that you can hold them accountable.
yes.
Okay. Can you talk to me a little bit more about the police officers who were injured?
C'est M. Marie lui-même, Vincent Marie.
There
Il
was-
y a injury là sur la jambe.
Mr. Vincent Marie, who got an injury on his thigh.
Après, il y a un constable Poole, il y a aussi la jambe même.
And then there was a constable
Ça
Poole
qui
that
moi
sustained
aware of.
injury on his thigh as well.
Okay.
That is what I'm aware of.
Those are the officers that you are aware of.
Oui.
Did you talk to them at any point during the operation to find out how they are?
Oh oui, en effet, M. Marie s'est dit il est OK pour lui continuer le travail.
Yes, in
Il
fact,
a mis un ban.
Mr. Marie stated that it was okay for him to keep on working. He just put a bandage on his thigh.
Okay.
Oui, M. Poole pas capable de continuer.
Mr. Poole was unable to continue.
He was seriously injured.
Yes, he had a
And
injury.
Mr. Mahi continued to work.
Oui.
Yes,
I understand because I don't want to second guess the operation because I'm not skilled in terms of security. But I want to test this view because we had some claims that suggest that some of the police officers who went in down there in prison were angry. And at some point, their mission was no longer to just secure law and order, as you said, inside prison, but was to punish every inmate that they came across. And now when we look at the degree and the nature of the injuries, the results of deaths and so forth, it looks, we haven't formed an opinion, a final opinion, yes, but it looks probable that there was excessive force used there.
Mon quoi abonné, mon petit fait mention ça sur discipline.
I think
Mais-
earlier I mentioned the
Possible.
aspect of discipline.
Yeah. So to some extent you
It-
agree
it
with
possible,
us.
yes.
It's possible, yes.
Yeah. Now, is it possible that if a police officer is injured in an operation and you send them back, well, they have requested that I can continue. Perhaps their motivation is to go and punish those people that he or she believes injured him.
Ça moment, on va trouver dans ça, mais il fait sens, ça qu'on dit.
That
Il fait
moment I
sens.
was not
Seulement pas
thinking
qu'on essaie illégal.
of that, but it makes sense what you are saying, but I do not know if that is the case.
Okay. So now you are aware of the police officers who were injured, but you are also aware of the. Were you aware of the inmates who were seriously injured in this?
Pas tout, un ou deux, non. Par contre, pas tout.
Not all, one or two.
One or two. Okay. I think I will end there for now, unless there is. But otherwise, we hand over to Commissioner Tirant.
Mr. Songwa, before I carry on with everything, would you be able to confirm with us that you had established at the prison an operation center from where you were controlling the operation, managing and everything at the prisons? Is that correct?
Oui.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, we agreed, or you agreed, that you are considered, together with CP George, that, and other officers as well, that you fall into this category of silver team to carry out the operation.
Non, pas trop courant si y en a ça si nous classifié dans ça.
No, but
Yeah.
No, I was not aware that we were classified in that category.
normally,
Okay.
normally in any large operation,
Major,
police
yeah,
operation,
major.
major operations, this is
No way.
the way it is.
Okay.
Okay. Now, so if this was the case, where was your command center that sits the people termed as the gold representatives? Where were they at that night, taking into account, like the Minister for Internal Affairs yesterday said, that this was a very serious national security threat? Yeah? Now, where was this command center that is supposed to be liaising what is going on the scene and the authorities? Were they present at that time?
Mon pas connaît à cause si j'étais présent soit sorti une setup, mon pas connaît à cause pareil mon dit tout dit long mon conversation tient avec le commissionnaire de la police. So, si tu as dans sa goal qui tu peux site pareil on si mon pas connaît côté autres tu peux site si autres tu peux site.
I do not know if they were present because, as stated, my conversation all along was with the commissioner. So if there was that was going on, then I would not know.
Okay, I'll just bring a remark. Yes. You see, it is something that is a little bit worrying at that time for this country. Okay. Firstly, we understand that authorities were hearing all what was going on at the prisons on Facebook or WhatsApp. Did you hear about this?
Non.
Did you
L'autorité. Okay.
Did you follow the past deliberations that happened here?
Pas tout moment, non, pas tout
Okay.
moment.
So
Not
were
at every
you
moment.
not? Did you not understand that the authorities were hearing everything from WhatsApp groups that they form part of?
Non, pas au courant ça moi so.
No, I am.
Moi connais mon conversation. Anyway, qu'il fasse autre façon communication, mais mon conversation c'est verbal avec commissionnaire. So.
Okay.
I am
Now,
not
if-
aware of that. Maybe that's their way of communicating. It's strange, but my communication was verbally with the commissioner.
Okay. Now, if they came here
Yeah.
and they testified that this was the case, can I say that we were in a country of being led by WhatsApp information in this country? Is that correct if I'm saying this? Because they said it themselves.
Okay. Mon crois bien.
So you agree with this?
Oui.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, reason why...
I believe so.
I agree, and then I agree.
I agree. Yes.
Okay. Reason why I'm saying this to you. You see, we have witnessed on so many occasions. There is a fire that takes place at the landfill in Seychelles. And we see all of the high authorities being present at the landfill trying to put out a fire. And on the 5th and the 6th of December 2024, we are having a major, serious national threat in our prisons, and people are just looking at WhatsApp. Do you find this normal?
No.
No,
It's not normal.
I know.
it's not normal.
Okay. Can you just talk to us a little bit about all the important conversations that you had with the compole, the person who was in the gold team?
C'est bon update qui situation ma yé puis aller côté prison l'état militaire entré par mon dit mon fait au courant que militaire il arrive invini l'état tient un bon rapport qui tient injuries mon fait li connaît qui y en a ban injury et by the time aussi qui nous identifié qui y en a ça garçon qui est mort aussi mon fait li connaît qui y en a ça
Updates as regards to the situation at the prison. How was it going when the military arrived? The injuries report that was coming in, and by the time that we had identified the body of the man that had passed away, I also made him aware of that information.
Okay. Yeah, this is what you communicated to him. What did he tell you?
pas grand chose.
So it was
Not many.
So
Many things.
il écoute moi mais pas nécessairement beaucoup advice.
He listened to me, but not necessarily gave a lot of advice.
So for him, it was not a serious national security threat, if this is the way he reacted to you. Now, do you agree, yes or no?
Peut-être.
Maybe.
Peut-être.
Okay. Now, I probably earlier when we were talking, I did not get it clear. Who gave the orders or the instruction to clean the crime scene after Jerry Matthews' body was removed?
Tu n'as pas l'ordre, en effet, tu n'as pas l'ordre sorti moi pour nettoyer ici. This is a crime scene, so pas supposé gagner temper avec. So tu n'as pas l'ordre pour nettoyer.
No order that came from me to clean the scene, because this is a crime scene, so there was no order that came to, there's no sense to clean.
So it did not come from you?
Non, pour nettoyer,
And-
non.
To clean,
And
no.
you don't know from whom it came from?
Non.
No.
Pas qu'on-
Now, don't you think it was a deliberate instruction from somewhere to get this crime scene cleaned and polished, so in order not to be able to shed light onto what happened inside this part of the prison?
Oui,
Yes.
You believe so?
oui.
Yes.
So it was a deliberate attempt. That's what you said, yeah?
Oui.
Okay. Because, you see, I know in Seychelles, we've got a lovely team of young men and women in the SSCRB.
Yeah.
unit at Bois de Rose.
Oui.
Yes.
Yeah?
Oui.
Intelligent young men and women.
Correct.
Correct.
Now they were deprived, and this, I think it is led by a Mr. Yves
Leon.
Leon, SP Yves Leon.
Yeah, but SP Cat is the one in charge of SSC Hobby. Yves Leon was the deputy. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And don't you think this is very disrespectful towards our young men and women who have studied, and as we normally hear, burning midnight oils, and to come and be treated in this manner when they were supposed to be helping the families who had lost loved ones?
Oui.
Yes.
You think so?
Oui.
And before I conclude, don't you think as well it was the most disrespectful thing that could have happened, okay, to two families that lost their loved ones, being denied proper investigation to see what happened to their families?
Oui.
Yes.
Thank you. I've got nothing else to ask, and that's it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, sorry, Mr. Swakor. You mentioned earlier on that Major Mathieu didn't go inside the prison but you said that he was going in and out, and you were in. You didn't see where he went.
Correct.
Correct.
So it is possible that
Possible.
you.
Oui,
It's
possible.
possible.
Okay. And was there any? Did the police ever receive an intelligence of the possibility of a riotous situation in the prison?
Police. Si tu en as mon pas au courant, hein?
If there was, I am unaware.
So you never, as the deputy commissioner, you were never informed about that?
Pas montagne posé. Dans remand center, pas montagne posé.
Not Montagne POSÉE at Remand Center.
Okay. And were you ever informed that certain inmates were identified by the military, the officers who went in, were targeted that's the reason why they went in?
Non, Mr. Jules, non. Pas au courant ça.
No, I am
On n'a
unaware
pas ça
of that.
l'information.
I did not get that information.
So you never heard that when the military came, anyway, this is evidence we got from some guards, that when the military came at the prison, they were asking as to the location, as to where two brothers are kept. And when actually they went in, they were again looking for the two brothers, where they are kept. You were not informed.
Non, mon pas au courant.
No, I am unaware.
And even when Mr. Ernesta was being beaten up, they were identifying him as another person.
Montagne, en effet, Montagne sorti là. Moi personnellement, on n'a pas ça l'information.
In fact, I heard it through the commission, but me personally, I do not have that information.
Okay. And okay, I will not ask any more questions.
You can ask questions.
No, I will not ask any more questions.
Okay. We had SP Peter Dacambra here, and he said he suggested at some point, and I'm assuming now this is around just before the operation that started at 10 p.m. to get in. He says he suggested that you hold off entering into the prison until even the next day to allow the tension to diffuse. But Colonel Olada instructed us, meaning him and the police, to get into the prison and conduct the operation. Do you recall any time Colonel Olada giving instructions regarding how this operation must take place?
To the suggestion of what the camera said.
That either what the camera said or any other thing. Do you recall
No.
Colonel
No.
Olada giving any instruction on how the operation should be
Non,
conducted?
il y a une conversation, mais seulement l'instruction directe par lieutenant-colonel Hollanda. Non, pas ça que
No, there was conversations, but something direct from Lieutenant Colonel Olanda, no, not that I can.
So he was participating in giving his views just like others. Okay. Then we had the former Commissioner of Prisons, Miss Janet George. She said she handed over the operation to the police, which I think is what you confirmed throughout. And when we asked her if she made any contribution to how the operation should be conducted, she says, no, I did not give any opinion on the operation. Is that true? Sorry to clarify, I'm not saying did she issue any instructions, but did she make any suggestions, any reactions to ideas that were on the table? On
Non,
how?
oui, il participait dans la conversation. Il
Yes,
participait.
participated in conversation.
Il participe dans la discussion.
So long he was there, he participated in the conversation, discussion.
Let me I just want to see something here. So 10 p.m. you're making a decision that the police, because you said you didn't make decisions regarding the soldiers, the police should push into the prison. Did Miss Janet George make any input on that decision? If you recall. If you don't recall, it's
Non,
fine.
pas Mazine.
No, I do not recall.
Okay. But it is false for her to say she did not give any opinion.
It is false, yes.
Okay. Did you do anything else at Montagne POSÉE prison after 4 a.m. when you said you requested for permission to stand down and you were granted? Were you involved in any other operation at Montagne POSÉE connected to the riot?
No.
So that was your end of involvement there. You never went back there.
No.
Are you aware that on the 6th, there's a group of soldiers that came back to the prison to conduct another operation?
Retourne.
On the 6th,
No.
after 4 a.m. on the 6th. Would you know if...
No, unless they were part of the group that stays behind with the police. Mais si on dit moi, ils ont retourné, nous autres même conduire l'opération.
Okay.
No.
But
Pas
you were not informed.
No.
Okay.
No.
My final question is, when we started the testimony, you pointed out to some challenges that you encountered in doing your job. But these are not the words that you used. You commented about challenges with coordination, but also challenges with you not being consulted to get your views when certain policy decisions were being implemented, you not getting written communication on some of the aspects. And it left me wondering. And then, of course, we asked you questions about how you managed or you oversaw this operation, and you pointed out that you found out that there are soldiers whom you did not request. Then you also found out that there are soldiers inside the prison whom you did not request. It suggests to me that you were experiencing some serious interferences in your work. Would that be a correct interpretation?
Un certain degré.
To a certain degree.
Could you help me to understand where this interference was coming from? I have an idea, but I don't want to assume.
Bon, pour répondre ça, donner l'exemple, par exemple, l'état qui est côté A et B. Il y a dans l'instance côté, par exemple, ça qui nous appelle Ibu, Chimibu.
For example, what we are calling the Ibu team.
Zot, peut-être vin contre l'officier pour venir aux officiers pour faire certain travail.
Maybe they would come to the office to seek out the officers for a certain job.
Mais après, moi, anyways, pas pour dire une opération, mais seulement après, mon gars, il dit tout gars, il dit pas besoin de moi rien, soit pas besoin de communiquer avec nous.
They go to the operations team, but then afterwards I am told that they are told not to tell me anything.
But they are told not to tell you anything. They are told by who?
Zot même, zot dit pas du moi rien. Comme ça,
They said that they were told not to tell me anything.
Who? I don't know. But
Okay. Who do you think was telling them?
I don't know.
But certainly, you must have thought about it, because these are serious cases of interference with your work, which I'm sure are frustrating. You can't just say, I'm trying to think, is it possible to just leave the conversation at that level where someone says, we have been told not to cooperate with you, and you just say, okay. Surely you should have asked, you must have asked, who? You did not ask.
Ou demander, mais pas pour gagner la réponse.
You ask, but you will not get an answer.
Okay. And you didn't form an opinion on who. Okay. But the interference must have been...
But you don't push for to find out who it was.
I think let me finish, then you can ask. Yeah. So let's say I'm trying to understand this issue of interference, right? So, but it must be these instructions that you are talking about. People not to cooperate with you. They must have been coming from people who are powerful, right?
Possibly, no?
Yeah, because no one can
Possibly,
just give,
yes.
Yeah, no one can just give instructions to undermine a senior police officer, a deputy police commissioner, and those instructions are actually obeyed. It must be someone. It must either be the police commissioner or someone above that. Was it the police commissioner?
Which do you think it was?
I do not know.
Do not know. The reason why I'm asking you these questions is that we don't want to sit here and also pretend that human beings can be artificial. Human beings are also affected by the environment in which they work. So if you say prior to 5 and 6 December 2024, you were experiencing these difficulties, this interference. Did that in any way affect the way you would approach your duties on 5 and 6 December?
Très possible.
How?
C'est possible.
Mais autrement, peut-être que tu vas capable, par M. Juste Taletti, puis faire référence au là, c'est dû au concern, right? Dû au concern.
Otherwise, you could have maybe expressed your concern.
Sorry, let me hear what did you say?
Like the judge was saying earlier, you could have expressed your concern, which could be another way. You could.
Or the backbone?
Have a backbone.
Okay.
That's what I say.
Okay. Yeah, so because I want to understand how this environment you are working in what way did it affect the way you would approach your duties on 5 and 6?
Ou peut-être ou tu es capable de prendre une décision pour dire non, nous pas besoin de militaire là.
Could have
So,
taken a decision to say no.
Say it again.
Peut-être une décision que moi je capable prendre, mais non, nous pas besoin de militaire, nous pas de demande militaire, nous pas besoin.
A decision
À ce
that
moment.
I could have made was to state that no, we do not need military at that moment. We do not need them.
Exactly. So you would have, because that's one thing you pointed out, which you were uncomfortable with, right? That you could have pointed out that no, I'm the senior police officer here. It's a police operation, no military. So why didn't you do that?
Mais avec qui mon pour dire ça?
Sorry, I would
To
like.
whom?
Sorry.
To
Yeah.
whom would I say that? That's what.
That's what he said.
Yeah, sorry, I would like you to interpret because these are very serious questions. So he answered. What was the answer?
To
What
whom
my
would I
lord
say
said.
that? The answer was, to whom would I say that?
Yes, what my lord said.
No, but I want you to interpret.
But it would be the same.
No.
To
because
whom-
when he is
to whom
talking,
would I
think
say
he wants
that?
to ask a question.
That's what you said, Mr. Yes.
So to whom would I ask that?
Yes.
Say.
Elaborate more about that.
No, but yeah, but
Okay, are you saying? Okay, let me put it another way because are you saying you were uncomfortable with this fundamental decision to bring in the army when you had not been consulted and
No,
this was your operation and you at that point felt that okay, you are not yet satisfied that you need the army, and if you need them in another role. Okay, and the reason why you didn't ask or you didn't reject them is because you feared that there would be repercussions.
possibilité, très possible.
No,
So
I don't
very
want possible. No. I
prob-
want
Oui,
you,
oui.
Yeah.
Oui.
Quite possible, yes.
Is
And
it
then he
yes
said
or
yes.
Oui.
Yes.
okay? And where would these repercussions possibly come from?
Peut-être plus gros l'endroit qui avec c'est State House, right?
Maybe the biggest place that it could end up is at the State House.
So the State House State House is an office. Ooh, there are a lot of people in State House. But what do you mean? I don't want to assume.
You don't want to assume. Mais aussi mon parler
You mean the
pour dire,
president at that time?
Possible.
Okay. Okay.
Président, ministre, soit. Okay.
In the team, here when I say team, I mean the other officers that were at your level or just below you that you were working with. Were there others who were experiencing this kind of feelings, that they feel that they have to be careful about opposing certain decisions that have been made?
Mon connaît, il y en a qui pas nécessairement be careful, mais souvent il sentit qu'il pas nécessairement son point de vue pas gagné apprécié. Ou soit il a, mais souvent il pas gagné nécessairement gagné apprécié.
I know that there are that it's not necessarily that they are careful, but that they feel that their point of view is not appreciated.
Okay, that their point of view, their contribution is not appreciated. So how would you describe the morale? Was it a morale of senior police officers who are enthusiastic about their job or who are just doing the bare minimum?
Il y en a qui ok, peut-être il y en a qui peut-être moral pas bon.
There are that are okay, but there are some that the moral was not good.
So now, finally, on the operation that you did at Montagne POSÉE, because I'm still trying to tease out this question of how the general working environment that you were in would have impacted on you, the way you executed your duties. Would I be correct to say you were not entirely, you were commanding the operation, but you were not entirely in control of the operation?
Oui.
Yes.
Obviously, because you had soldiers.
Mais t'es pas aucune demande si n'arrive.
Yeah.
You did not ask, it was just presented to you.
Yeah. And obviously, there are some areas of oversight that you also made, which we discussed earlier. Apart from the issue of the soldiers who were there without your, not at your invitation, do you have any other reason that you would say, commissioners, I was not entirely in control of, or I was not the sole person in control of this operation? There were other forces outside who were controlling this operation.
Possibilité tout le temps là. I know you don't want that one possibility. Mais après l'opération qui mon réfléchi, est-ce qu'il peut-être dans l'équipe, il y en a du monde qui peut faire des autres communications en dehors, par exemple?
After the operation, that's when I contemplated that what if there was other people that was communicating on the outside.
Because another issue is, I don't know if that question was posed to you, I can't remember, it's been a long time now in this hearing. Another issue is the fact that you said no lethal weapons. So that would mean no bullets should be carried.
Correct. And that also, ça, motive fait le colonel Hollande bien comprendre. N'a pas.
And that's what I got Lieutenant Colonel Hollande to understand, that there should be none.
Okay. But you are aware that one of the inmates died from a live bullet, right? So which means there was someone with live ammunition inside the prison. So that's another sign that you are running an operation, but there are other forces that are...
Yes.
Okay. Did you have this conversation with your boss, the police commissioner, and say to him, you deployed me to oversee an operation, which, however, I feel I was not entirely in control of?
Bon, on a une conversation avec lui, mais peut-être nous pas mettre comme ça, plus ou moins le 6e militaire. Mon continue peut causer que là ça.
I had
6e militaire.
conversations with him, but not on that line, more on the line or subject of the military.
Peut-être il même affaire.
Okay.
Maybe it's the same thing.
Yeah, and I think you answered, you told us what his response was. Okay, you seem to have a question, yeah?
Mr. Songwa, very early we spoke about the teams that were secondary teams that were working away from the main police structure, and you did mention that there was a team from the CID that was attached to somewhere.
On the parti basé côté CID éventuellement sorti basé central.
They were not based at CID.
So
Eventually, they
Patrick
moved out and were based at Central.
So they were based at Central Police
Central.
Station. And who was in charge of this group?
Inspector Simeon,
Inspector
Inspector
Simeo.
Simeon.
Davis Simeon.
Okay. So do you have an idea of what sort of activities that he was involved in being taken away from the main CID team? Have you got any notion of why he was brought there and what was his mission?
À cause non mais mon pas pour connaître mais souvent ban enquête qui tu peux faire c'est tu fais un peu ban enquête de drogue qui nous utilise en team investigation drogue après tu fais aussi un peu human trafficking qui aussi CID aussi tu peux faire et puis ni l'enquête qui peut être dit dans zone.
Why
I
do you
would not know why,
sorry.
but they were responsible for drug investigation, human trafficking, and any other investigations that the CID would give them.
Non, pas CID, vous
Not
notre
CID.
délégué pour faire.
That they were delegated to do, not with CID.
So why do you think there was this duplication in duties?
Qui tu gagne dit c'est que nous besoin d'un petit team qui dedicated pour faire certaines high profile cases.
What was said was that there must be a small team that were dedicated for high profile cases.
But was your team not dedicated enough to carry out those duties?
Non, ça l'étant, ANB tin fini sur mon parti ANB, sur mon petit central de député, mais sur mon channel CID. Proper qui available.
That time ANB had been disbanded, but there were the CID who was there available.
But again, my question comes back. Was the CID not dedicated enough or professional enough to carry out their duties?
Non, mais capable. À cause de tout ça, tu sortis en CID, so tu peux n'a pas de différence.
They
So
could,
did you-
because they also moved out from CID, so there would be no difference.
So did you see the necessity of having this team?
Oui et que non, à cause, in tout le temps, par exemple, auparavant, s'il y en a, disons, une série qui est alarmant, so, il y a un certain team pour deal avec sa situation, there and then, qu'à prendre un du monde là, mais après, il est en fini avec ça, des trois caisses, so, on dit, on y retourne.
Yes and
Right.
no, because it has always been the case that in the past, when there, for example, has been a series of alarming cases whereby they would set up a team, some people would be taken from some different departments or units, and yes, but afterwards, after the completion of those cases, then it disbanded.
Ça retourne dans autres.
They can return to their
So
unit.
it was not a permanent
Oui.
Yes.
appointment as this one was being appointed. This one was permanent, wasn't it?
Yes, tu gagne du week is pour rester, oui.
Yes, they
So
were
it-
told that they
it
would
was, It was
remain.
not normal to you, yeah? Now, yesterday we heard the former minister, as we said earlier, he did lay the responsibility of what happened at the Seychelles prisons on yourself, but tried to say that Mrs. Janet George was not responsible, but you today said yes, she was alongside you, giving orders and everything. Where would you say that the gold people that were supposed to be giving you support and advice and you know, supporting you in this event, where would you put them? Would they as well be responsible for the failures that happened?
Oui, à cause nous pas gagner si pour nous qui tient là bas nous.
Yes,
Avec
because
autres.
for us who
Avec
was up there with them, we did not get support.
Chez nous tous c'est là.
We were on our own.
Okay. But to conclude, could you tell us who were the people in the gold group?
Bon,
Who were supposed to be the people in the gold group?
mon quoi ministre avec certains ministres président.
I think
With
it's
the
the minister,
Les Compol,
certain ministers, and the president.
if I'm
and
not sure.
Compol, if I'm not sure.
No, no, we are asking you. So you think there are certain ministers, the president and commissioner of police?
Just on the questions that he asked you regarding that special unit.
Yes,
From where did they take instructions?
commissionnaire.
Commissioner.
All instructions.
Commissionnaire, après par les CSP Bouzin aussi.
So all instructions will
And
come
then
from.
sometimes CSP
Yeah,
Bouzen.
Sorry. Right. Okay. Okay. Good.
That mostly.
Mr. Sangwa, for your time and your testimony today. I would like to read out one of your rights, which is the right not to be victimized. For your testimony, or any part of your testimony that you have given today, your family must also not be victimized, or anyone who is close to you must never be victimized by anyone. Should that happen, please report to the commission through the commission secretary, and the commission will undertake the necessary steps. It is a criminal offense for anyone to harass you, intimidate you, victimize you or your family or anyone close to you as retribution for your testimony today. If anyone would like to challenge the evidence that you have given today, they can get in touch with or write to the commission and ask for an opportunity to do so, and the commission will provide that opportunity to give evidence that challenges what any part of what you have said. So it is also an offense for anyone to interrogate you or question you, to clarify, to explain in any way what you have said today. No one has that right to call you and ask for clarifications or to question you in any way. The same duty also falls on you, because you came to the commission after several witnesses have come here, and when we were putting some questions to you, we also made reference to what other witnesses said concerning this operation, but also in some cases concerning your role. You have a duty not to question them directly, because we have provided you an opportunity to comment and give your own side of the story. Where you think that you may not have sufficiently dealt with the allegations or whatever it is that has been said about you, you still have a right, as long as the commission is still operating, still have a right to get in touch with the commission and indicate that you want to provide further evidence. And the commission will make that available. And that's a right that every other witness who has appeared before us has, and we will do our best to accommodate that. If we also at some point take the view that we need you to give us further information or to clarify certain aspects of your evidence, we will again approach you to either appear in person or provide testimony in other ways that the Commission may deem necessary. Otherwise, thank you so much for your testimony today. Unless you have anything else that you want to share, I would then say this is the end of the testimony. Do you have anything that you might want to share?
No,
Okay.
I want to thank you for welcoming me and taking me that long. So otherwise, I'm okay.
Yeah. We regret that it has taken long, but it's because of the weight or the seriousness of the
Understand.
issues that we need to dig into, that necessitates that we trust us. We also want to rest. So tomorrow we start at what time? So tomorrow at 9:45 we resume the hearings, the televised hearings. Tomorrow 9:45 a.m. Thank you very much. I think that's the end of the testimony. I would then ask the broadcast to be terminated, and Secretary, you may terminate the recording as well.